This handgun is manufactured by CZ. Not exactly sure how to pronounce the entire name of the company, but it's over in Eastern Europe, what used to be Czechoslovakia, and imported here to the United States under the brand CZ USA. This gun is reportedly, according to the CZ website, the most carried handgun by law enforcement around the world, and I understand why. After having some opportunity to shoot this gun and some experience with this gun, I just don't shoot it very much. I understand why. The gun is very accurate. I like shooting the gun. This particular gun is chambered in 9mm. The capacity for the 9mm magazines, which are double stack, is 15 rounds, and it also comes chambered in 40 caliber, and the magazine capacity for 40 caliber is 12 rounds. Weight of the gun, this particular gun is a CZ75B, which means the gun is a single action, double action. And it does have a thumb safety that operates very closely to what a 1911 safety does. Up is safe, sweep it down, and you're ready to fire. The gun weighs 34 ounces, and the frame is made of steel, as is the slide. The grips are made of plastic, and it's got a little hump here and a little bit of a beaver tail that is molded in or made into the frame of the gun. So very anxious to get some rounds downrange with this and share with you some thoughts on this fine handgun CZ75. Well, we talked a little bit about the gun and what we want to try to accomplish today. We're shooting at targets that are at 39 feet, 13 yards from this table. I didn't feel like moving the table, so it is what it is. We're going to be shooting the last of my Russian stock Lambo 115 grain. These magazines I'm going to load to 10, just because that's what I'm used to loading in IDPA and IPSC competitions, since I shoot in production and stock service pistol. I've got a variety of targets that are set up. I've got 3 targets that were already here on the range when I got here this morning. I've got an IDPA practice target and a police silhouette target down there as well. So we're going to shoot those, and looks like that's 10. What I like about the gun is I like the way it points. It's got a good natural point of aim. The gun comes standard. This particular gun has 3-dot sights on it, or 2 dots, and then the one up front. They are night sights, and so I don't usually get the gun out of the safe at nighttime, but the gun is reliable enough to where if this was your only gun, then you could certainly use it as a bedtime gun. One thing I don't like about the gun is it doesn't have a light rail, and so you'd have you wouldn't be able to mount a light to this. So that's the one drawback to this gun. But the way it shoots, it's always been reliable. We've not had any misfeeds out of it. The gun is always gets a nice consistent eject pattern with spent casings, and so let me finish loading this magazine, then we're going to shoot a little bit. Alright, we're about to get going here. Let me get some of this power dry on my hand that I am trying out here. It comes out as a gel and almost instantly evaporates the perspiration. So we're going to get going here and shoot some of these targets, and then talk about the gun as we go. All right, let's look at the shots and see how they looked. It's like I pulled one out of the down 0 ring, but I think everything else is in the center. Everything was in the down 0 ring. That shot that's in the down 1 ring was the 4th shot. So. All right, I'm going to shoot these in tactical priority, like we would in an IDPA match on certain stages. I'm going to put 1 shot in each of the big bad guy targets, and I'm going to come back and finish them off with 2 more. So each target should have 3 rounds in it, and so we'll see how that goes. Let's go down and see how that looked. All right, this was the first target I shot. That shot right there was the first shot, and this target ended up with 4 shots because I dumped a shot out of the mag. So the other 2 right there, and then 2 in the neck. This target I think those are the first 2 shots. Those were already there. Those are 45 caliber holes, and looks like I pulled one in his shoulder and got his ear shot off. This target here, 2 there, 1 in the head. So not too bad. All right, we're going to do a little bit of one-handed shooting. I like to shoot one-handed a lot. Sometimes if you're in a defensive situation and you're having to defend your life and you're injured, you never know when you may have to perform that function. So we're going to do a little one-handed shooting, both right-handed and left-handed, to see how the CZ does like that. All right, I shot the IDPA target that time, so let's zoom in and see how that looked. I can already tell you from here it looks great. Let's do a little left-handed shooting this time, one-handed. That wasn't as pretty. Woo! That wasn't too pretty. Now you see that most of the shots were pulled to the right, which is kind of a good teaching moment here, because that's why counter pressure from your non-shooting hand is so important. The gun is going to recoil away from, or it's going to follow the path of least resistance. So if you don't have a good firm grasp, if you're shooting two-handed, you don't have a good firm grasp with your non-shooting hand, providing good support, driving the gun to the target, that's what's going to happen. The gun is always going to go where there's the least resistance, and that's exactly what happened there. Last thoughts on the CZ75. It's a good shooting gun, very accurate, both at distance. I was pleased with the way the gun patterned at out to 15 yards. Here, very unscientific. We only ran about 150 rounds today. Very pleased with the way the gun recoils. Seems to recoil very flat, which is one of the things I like about my Glock 34 and XDM. As I spent a lot of money on to make it recoil flat, but this gun, definitely a gun that I would feel very safe carrying. We didn't have any feed issues whatsoever, either magazine, gun, or ammo related today, and I was shooting the last of my Russian stock today. So if you're on the fence about buying one, I certainly would recommend CZ75. This is the Model B. Hope this helps you, and appreciate you stopping by. You train hard, you train safe, and you train often. We'll see you.